What's up, guys? So today working on a pork chop. First time touching a Porsche, but it's German. Should be the same, right? Probably wrong. We're putting wheel spacers on it. We're changing a drive belt. We're putting lowering springs on it. Let me look at the list. And then trans fluid, oil change, fix the driver's axle, battery vent, and then want some decals on the side of it, bleed the brakes, and check the spark plugs. So, got a lot of work. I think I'm gonna start with the hardest stuff first, which is probably gonna be suspension. So, time to jack it up, start ripping shit off. Alright, so I went through, marked all the camber, how it was on the ground before I lifted it, and then that way we could go back to it, and hopefully nothing changes, like toe and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna take the wheels off. What's up, guys? It's the next day. I didn't really record a lot of it because, one, I don't really know what I'm doing. It's the first time I've touched a Porsche, and don't really want to fuck it up, you know. Race cars is a different deal. You know, you can kind of be a little rough with them. This thing has got like really nice paint and just a lot of stuff that I've never really touched before. But I did get the rear lowering springs in. Apparently these are the harder ones. It wasn't that bad if you had all the tools. You basically just had to take everything off. It wasn't like super like, whoa, this is difficult, but if you have all the tools, it's not a breeze, but not very difficult. I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so those are the new coils, the new lowering springs. Super easy. You just have to have a spring compressor for the originals. These are low enough where you could just use your body weight and then get the nut started and then just clamp it all the way down. And then we did put wheel spacers on it. He wanted wheel spacers, so wheel spacers, new lug studs. I have this off because you had to pop this side of the axle out of the hub. So I'm leaving that off so I could torque them. Don't need those coming loose while this guy's driving a high-powered Porsche, you know? Now I gotta do the front. I'm not too sure on the sequence just yet, but it seems easier. 3 bolts at the top. Probably take that control arm bolt out. You drop the tie rod. Take all the brake stuff off and probably zip tie it somewhere. This one we don't have to take the axle nut off or the wheel bearing because it's not an all-wheel drive. I'll probably take the rotor off just so I don't damage it. But yeah, I think it should be easy. The only hard part is I have a decently wide clamper. So we'll see how that works with this. Apparently there was a way where you could just take the top hat off and you could just screw it out of the top. But I feel like if I'm gonna go through it, I'm gonna anti-seize all the stuff that should be anti-seized and just make it proper since it's being modified. Someone might want to bring it back to stock, so I'll just do it the right way and then make it nice and easy for them if they decide to revert. The diff unlocked at the end of it. It did for like half the sweep and then it unlocked. Not sure what that's about. up, guys? Today, well, sorry I haven't recorded a lot. This weekend was a little bit of a mess. Just wanted to kind of relax, and then we've just been trying to get done with work. Uh, Finally are getting some stuff done. I'll show you guys what we've got done and what we're doing. Um, didn't end up going to the drift event, unfortunately. So here's my thing. I want to be prepared. I don't want to just go out there and try to do some dumb shit, and then turns out, oh, car doesn't work. you know? So, she's a work in progress. I'll show you what I've done so far. I'm still waiting on parts to come in. Um, and then, yeah, I guess I'll show you what we're doing. Alright, so first things first, my baby. She's not the prettiest girl, but, you know, can't really complain whenever I have a caged race car. So, I don't know if I showed you that I got a hydro for it. But I've gotten it all mounted. Don't look at the welds. I did them kind of shitty just in case I wanted to upgrade it, or if this ended up failing, I needed to do a different base plate. I wanted to be able to cut it off and not really crunch the transmission tunnel too much. But she's fucking solid. I can't break it. So I'm waiting on a fitting for this guy. I just got this one in. I've got all those fittings for whenever I go into the T in the back of the car. It's gonna run right back there, kind of right underneath that nozzle. But that's that. Nothing else really happened with this car. It was just kind of... I thought I was gonna get the parts a lot sooner, so, you know. Anyways, moving on. We've got crash damage. So, customer said he wanted it to be kind of fixed if he can fix it. He doesn't want to have to buy new panels if he doesn't have to. So, I took a little gander, put my peepers on it, and it seems like the aluminum beam is just crunched. Hood, obviously. Headlight covers, and the core support is bent. Just slightly, but it is bent, so we'll have to take a look at that. Don't think I'll need to go to a body shop, but yeah, that's that one. And then more crash damage. This is a extremely beautiful, like, fresh build. Like, look how fucking pretty this thing is. But he got smacked up here. Took out the control arm, took out the wheel bearing, bent the strut. Surprisingly, nothing else is bent. Look how clean this engine bay is. That's the guy who built it. Shout out to him. He makes beautiful cars. But yeah, none of the strut tubes are bent. Nothing crazy. I'm actually surprised he doesn't have a strut. Maybe I'll suggest that to him. But that's what's going on with this guy. Got those sent out. And then Dad has gotten the diff bolts all safety wired together, put that back together, hung all the suspension back on, and then we found something kind of goofy. So he was going through, starting to bleed the clutch, because kind of need a clutch to drive a stick shift, and he pulled the filter out, and this is what came out of it. Like, you know that little screen? It's like this gel. I don't know if this is what happens to brake fluid whenever it sits for too long and moisture gets in it, but it's literally like a slime. I don't know how to describe it. It gooped onto there a little bit. It's fucking gross. It doesn't smell like brake fluid, but it was in there. So we tried blowing through the lines, didn't work, so he's gonna pull the master off whenever he gets back from lunch. We checked the brakes are fine, but we think because it sat for 4 years, moisture got into the clutch if it was low enough, and basically made that shit just congeal. So that's the update on this bad boy. We might have to pull all this shit back off. Bunch of fun. This beautiful. I mean, like, showroom quality. I would want to try to put this in the BMW of Atlanta showroom. It's this pretty. But this is our kind of teammate. We're ex-teammate or whatever. He owns this car. He doesn't want to race it, obviously, because it's too pretty. But he wants to get it dynoed, so that's going to be coming in the shortcoming. I'll get some more shots of that baby. And then painting up some wheels, some TA5s, or T5As, whatever the fuck they're called. These are going gold for Marlboro, so that's exciting. And then our Lucky Dog tires came in, got some fatties. But yeah, just been getting stuff done right now, boys. Just trying to get the crunch time going. It's so fucking pretty. Compared to this thing, museum. Junkyard. Alright, what's up, guys? So, we're working on the fuel valve. Okay. I'm not sure which one I need to do. Oh, I know which one, the vent. So, it's gonna be one of these hoses, if you could see in here, one of these that we're going to put into a fuel valve, or it's the one that wise that goes into this. We're going from there to the rollover valve. See if it helps it vent. Okay, so this hose, or really this area, this little hard hose, we want to tee and then go up into there for the rollover and then dump like here. That's the idea. So that's what it looks like right now. Now I'm gonna get inside and see where I need to make some holes. Alright, so I'm doing these tires, the wheels that I painted, these bad boys. Going from a black base gold to a silver base gold. I kind of like them, they're a little bit more champagne-y. And I also did the stenciling. This is for the Marlboro. So, a full fresh set of brand new rims, new tires. Should be pretty good. So I'm just pulling these new wheels off these bent rims and then installing them on the fresh rims. And then they'll be going up there eventually. And I also got some of the crash damage done on that car.